Hi ladies, it's me Shabreeglam. I'm coming to you all today with a video on how I customize my lace wig in order to get a customized hairline, and then also how I apply it using the Got2B hair products. So in the video I show you basically how I customize this lace wig to get it to look as natural as it does now. As you see, this hairline is not how it came. I actually had to go on tweezers and pluck it in order to get that look, and you'll actually see that in the video. Basically what you'll need is a rat tail comb, some tweezers in order to customize your hairline. So when customizing my hairline, I actually start in very small sections. I'll section off about 3 inches in width of hair in order to thin that out, or lessen the density on that to get it to look as natural and realistic as possible. I'm going in and sectioning off even smaller sections of that first section in order to squeeze it. So I basically start in sort of like a uniformed or systematic type of plucking. I just don't go in and pluck random pieces, at least not at first. So what I'm doing is plucking one section of the hair. I'll skip a space and go in and pluck the other section, and I'll continue to do that until I finish with that first layer of hair. I'll then section another layer of hair, or another section of that hair, and then I'll basically pluck in the opposite spaces. So as you see, if I pluck in this space on that first line, on my second line of hair I'm plucking in the opposite space, so I'm skipping it. So basically I do this along my entire hairline, and then if I still feel as though it's too dense, at that point that's when I'll go in and maybe pluck some random pieces just to thin it out even more, or get it to look even more customized as I can. So basically that's really all I do to customize my hairline. Now the lace wig that I have is 150% density, so it is thicker than or is fuller than what your normal stock lace wig will come. So I did have a lot of room to play with. But keep in mind, if you are just getting a normal lace wig that doesn't have like extra density added to it, I definitely would be careful when plucking, or when trying to thin out the hair. You don't want to thin it out too much and then you're left with just some thin hair. So basically that's really it. From here I showed you all how I apply the Got2B gel to my hairline. Basically you want to take a little bit and apply it along your hairline. I'm working with just half of my head at a time, and once I apply the gel to the hair, I then go in with the Got2B free spray and spray that along my hairline as well. I blow dry this on a cool setting until the glue becomes, or until the gel becomes a little tacky, and then that's when I'll go in and apply the lace to the gel with my fingers. Or if you have that comb, you can use your comb as well. Basically you're just going to want to make sure you are getting the laces in place where you want it to be. Once I had that in place, I went in with some more free spray and I sprayed the lace again, and then I dried that also on a cool setting. Got2B glued blasting spray, I believe it's what left the white residue along my hairline. As you can see, the lace looks a little bit white. I did go in with some powder just to sort of cover that up, but I do believe this is what gave me that white tint. So the next time I do apply this, I'll apply it without the free spray to see how that works, and to see if if that's actually what gave me like this a little bit of a white cast along the lace. Just work in small sections when applying your lace. You don't want to rush this part. The hairline is the most important part, I believe, of having a lace wig or having a frontal. It's to give the illusion that it is your natural hairline. So you want to take your time in doing this. And once you have applied the lace and the gel and everything is in place, you can then go in and basically tie your hairline down for a few minutes just to set it into place even more. That step isn't really necessary, but if you do have time, you can definitely go ahead and do that. It's definitely not as tight as using glue, but this is a pretty secure hold. This is definitely not your regular gel that you would use on a ponytail or anything. I can definitely feel it a little tight, and this isn't going anywhere. It's on. It's staying in place. I really do like this method. Again, the only downside to this is that I did get like a white tint or a white cast to my hairline, and I definitely believe it is from the free spray, so I probably will leave that off when I try this again. But for the most part, I definitely like it. And again, all the details as to where I purchased this wig and the specs on this wig will be listed below in my description box, and I'll probably be coming to you all with a separate video on this wig itself, so definitely stay tuned to that. If you have any questions on this, feel free to leave it below in the comment section, and until then, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.